Hey everyone, welcome back to Beauty Beyond 40. Today's video is long overdue and highly requested. It's my updated beauty device routine. I did my first beauty device routine over a year ago. Since then, a lot has changed. I wanted to give you an update since all of you have been asking me, what am I doing these days with all of my beauty devices? If you're new here, hi, my name's Trina. I'm 47 years old. I create videos mostly about beauty devices and skincare. I've never done Botox and filler, and so I'm testing out all these devices and showing before and after photos whenever I can so you can see how the devices actually work on a real face. And I'm trying to help you decide which devices should you purchase. If this sounds good to you, I would love it if you'd subscribe to my channel. I'm also on TikTok and Instagram where I post a lot more content, and I have a private Facebook group all about beauty devices that has over 25,000 members. And if you want to join my email list on my website, beautybeyond.com, a lot of people have been telling me they don't see my posts in the Facebook group, they don't see notifications from YouTube when I upload a new video. I have two lists. I have my general list and the device flash sale list you can sign up for. When you go to my website, you'll get a pop-up immediately. Fill that out and I will email you whenever there's like a 40% off flash sale on a device on Amazon, or if a brand's having a really deep deal like 40%, 50%, 60%, I will send you an email. So there's a special email list you can sign up for. I will leave instructions and links and all of that down in the description for how you can join those to find out when I have new content, and I would really appreciate it because I love to keep the conversation going and I love creating content that you want me to make. Okay, so this topic is quite tricky for me and I had to give it a lot of thought in coming up with how I'm going to show you my beauty device routine these days. People ask me that all the time, like, how do you ever test all these devices? You have so many. And I have to prioritize. So I just make sure that I'm getting all the modalities in, and then I'll add here and there new ones that I'm testing to try to isolate results. So it is really tricky and I'm not the norm. That's why I created that initial beauty device routine video with a chart so that you could follow it if you're more a normal person that's not testing out all of these new devices. This video is more realistic to show you what I'm doing these days towards the end of 2022. There are 4 modalities that I am using consistently. Even if I'm testing a new device or testing out a new modality, I am using, for the most part, on the regular, my NeuroLaser, a microcurrent device, radio frequency, and red LED. I'm also using SPF 50 whenever possible. I'm using a tretinoin or retinol at night as much as possible. I'm using a vitamin C serum during the day, and I'm often cycling in hydroquinone to help fight my hyperpigmentation and melasma. So that's how I'm using my devices and my skincare. I get asked all the time if you can use tretinoin with these devices. I always have used tretinoin. I've never stopped using it. I know some of them say you're not supposed to, but I always listen to my skin, and yes, I still use tretinoin. I use it on my face, my neck, my chest, the back of my hands. I'm using it everywhere and as much as possible, and if my skin needs a break, I take a break. So let's start with the NeuroLaser, since that's the one that I use actually every single day. If I'm going on a trip, this comes with me, and I use this to treat my hooded eyes. I have a lot of videos about the NeuroLaser, but for the most part, I'm using it every day, either day or night, usually around when I'm brushing my teeth. It doesn't matter day or night, and I don't have day or night schedule for these devices. A lot of people say, when's the best time to use it? Are you using it day or night? I use them whenever I have time. My schedule is very inconsistent as a content creator, so I use my devices whenever I can, and I follow my schedule. So what I care more about is the frequency and not time of day. So with the NeuroLaser, I'm doing 40 pulses on this hood, 40 pulses on this hood to lift and tighten my eyes. And if I have extra time, I'll do a few pulses around my 11s, around this expression line on my forehead, and I'll even do a pass underneath this eye to treat the crow's feet and just get the under eye area tightened up and looking more youthful. Same thing on this eye, by the crow's feet and underneath my eye. So that's my NeuroLaser. The only time that I'm not perhaps using the NeuroLaser on my under eye area is if I'm testing the tripolar stop eye device. These modalities you don't want to overlap, the NeuroLaser and radio frequency, and I believe that's because they're both heat-based devices and you don't want to overdo it by putting too much heat on your skin. So I have been testing the tripolar stop eye, then I ran out of gel because it got taken at Heathrow Airport airport and I stopped using it. And then I got into the habit of using the Nero laser again just because it's easy and it's fewer devices. But I did really like the results that I saw on my under eye area and the crow's feet when I was using the stop eye. I just need to start up with it again. The next modality is microcurrent. I am obsessed with my Mesolift Mini. It's no secret. I love this device. It goes up to 400 microamps and it comes with these probes. And yes, it is a little bit more tricky to use than the other microcurrent devices, but this one has 2 programs or 2 modes, erase and educate. So I will use this device once or twice a month because I'm in maintenance mode, and I will use the erase mode around the places on my face where one would get Botox. That's something I learned from Katie, the organic esthetician, on how she did my professional microcurrent facial. I'll leave a link to that video if you want to go watch it. So the 11s to smooth out those fine lines here, my forehead to smooth out any fine lines or wrinkles coming in here, crow's feet to smooth out those lines, and then around the mouth to smooth out lip wrinkles, and then neck to smooth out tech neck or any necklines coming in. And then also if you have nasolabial folds or marionette lines around the mouth, you could use erase there as well. I don't really have any of those coming in yet. I will do a pass of erase in that area. And then I'll move on to educate everywhere else on my face where I want to lift, tighten, and tone. Educate is going to tighten up and firm the muscles, whereas erase is going to lengthen or relax the muscles. I would do educate on my jawline, on my cheekbones area, my cheeks, my hoods. Again, like I want to lift and tighten up these hoods. I would actually use it underneath my eye as well, not going past 300 microamps on educate mode underneath the eye, but I'll do 400 here on my hoods, a 300 underneath. And that's pretty much it. I'll do that a couple times a month. Sometimes if I'm getting really lazy, I'll do it once a month because I'm in maintenance mode. Or if I see like my 11s coming in or an area of like my crow's feet are starting to show up more, I'll grab it and I'll do it just on that area and just get done with that quick treatment. I have all these other microcurrent devices, and so I'm gonna show you how I use them as part of my routine. If I'm noticing that my 11s are coming in or my forehead lines are annoying me, I will do the Mesolift masks. I'll do the eye mask, or maybe I'll just do the forehead mask because the forehead mask hits the 11s and the forehead lines, and I can just put this on, set erase to 400, sit back and just be done. I plug it into the Mesolift mini device and I can lay back, and sometimes I'm just too lazy to use the probes, and it's a lot of work to do all the movements and it's time consuming. So I love these masks when I'm feeling lazy and I want to just do a quick maintenance treatment. You can do your lips if you want to smooth out any of those fine lines around your lips. You could do this around your eyes if you want to work on your eye area. And these masks also plug into the QT device, the Mesolift QT, and this device is really great for maintenance as well, like in between the Mesolift mini treatments, because the probes, the way that they're set up, you don't get the longer term effects as if you had the probes or you have the gloves, where you can really manipulate your muscles to do what you want them to do and to have a longer lasting effect. But you can plug the masks into this device, so this is a great tool. You can plug the masks in, you can plug the gloves in. But for me, I'm generally just using this maybe like 1 or 2 times a week if I grab it and I see that I want to smooth out my 11s with the stretch mode, which is the same as erase. And then I might just do a quick treatment on my lower portion of my face on lift, which is the same as educate on the Mesolift mini. And I'm just doing a quick routine just to maintain and keep my face looking youthful and keep my muscles looking smooth where I want them and tight and lifted where I want them. And if I'm not using the QT, because you do have to at least set this up using the app, and sometimes I don't want to deal with that, and I'll grab my Foreo Bear, which is so fast and easy. I just grab it, turn it on, I know exactly what I'm doing, and I'll do this just on the lower portion of my face here, and maybe over my lips to try to plump them up, but I'm not using this device around my 11s and forehead area because I don't want to tighten up this area. I'm trying to lengthen this. So this would just be maintenance around those areas, like I said, where I want to lift, tighten, and tone my face, like my jawline, my jowls, my cheeks. That's where I would use this device. I might even grab one of my NuFace devices, the NuFace Trinity or the NuFace Mini, 335 microamps here. And for example, today I had an event to go to. It was during the day, so I did a quick microcurrent treatment just to lift, tighten, and tone the lower portion of my face, just so that I was looking extra lifted before the event. And I love to do that when I have time. And it only takes a couple minutes to do this device. It made my face look a lot more lifted and tight before I went to my event. If I'm traveling, I love to use one of my wands. I love to use my Solo Wave wand or my loose wand. These are so quick and easy to use. I think the Solo Wave has like 300 microamps and the loose has a little bit more microamps. I have a video comparing these two if you want to go watch that, but these devices also have red LED, which is really great to smooth out wrinkles on your face. So it's great for travel, great for maintenance in between the bigger devices. I really like to use these wands. And if I can be totally honest, this is the case across all the devices that I use. I'm grabbing the one that's charged. If I pick up my Freo Bear and I'm gonna use it and it's dead, then I'll just grab my Mini. If the Mini's dead, I'll grab my Trinity. So it's really not like that scientific. A lot of people are like, how do you choose which one to use? I know I want to do microcurrent and I have so many, I'll just pick the one that's going to be easy, quick, and has battery left. These devices will work if you use them and you have to stay consistent. So I'm not just using one microcurrent device all the time. I'm using whichever one I grab that day, and I'm keeping my muscles stimulated, and I'm keeping the ATP production, and I'm keeping the collagen boosting and elastin boosting, and I'm working on that consistently. It just might be with a different device, same modality, except when you get into the Mesolift devices, because that has that extra erase/stretch mode that you use to smooth out those fine lines and wrinkles that you can't get from any other microcurrent device. There's no other microcurrent device that I have that has that mode. That's why this one is my favorite. It goes up to 400 microamps and it has that extra erase mode so that you can really smooth out those fine lines and wrinkles. And then the next modality that I'm using almost every single day is red LED. And if you watch my channel, you know I have so many red LED masks. I just did a review of that Dermalux panel, which is this big panel that has red and near infrared, and you can use it on a big surface area. That takes a while to set up and it lasts for 30 minutes. Maybe like once a week I'm using that right now. I'll pull another one of my LED masks. Like for example, I just got the Dr. Dennis Gross LED mask. It has red, blue, and near infrared, and this one's awesome. It takes 3 minutes, and this one's cordless, so if it's charged up, I grab it, I'm gonna use it. But I love the Cure as well. It has red, has blue LED. Here's the Cure mask. This one takes 3 minutes as well, just like the Dr. Dennis Gross, and it's awesome. It works. I have my Current Body mask. Here's my Omnilux red LED mask. And then attached to this is the clear, Omnilux Clear, which is great if you have acne. If I'm getting some breakouts or I'm getting a hormonal breakout, I might grab the Omnilux Clear, which is for acne. It's a blue mask. I'll use that on my face instead that day. I have the neck and chest mask from Omnilux. Here's the Current Body neck mask, where you wrap it around, you get your neck and your chest. I also have the hand masks from both Current Body and Omnilux. This is the Omnilux one. I also have a Current Body one. I will use it on my face every single day. I'll probably do my neck and chest a couple times a week. And I haven't been doing my hands lately because I've been testing these Mesolift gloves. And that's something else that I want to talk about later. So it depends on like what I'm testing. That's my LED schedule. Really, again, they all work. All of these are amazing. It just depends on your budget, how much time do you have. And that's why I put together that beauty device quiz for you to take, where I ask you how much time do you have, how much budget do you have, because all of these masks have different time frames. They do different things. Some just have red, some have red and blue. They all are different price points. So I try to ask you what your budget is, how much time do you have? Do you have 3 minutes? Do you have 10 minutes? Do you have 30 minutes? And then in the quiz, I list a bunch of links of devices you can go check out along with promo codes to help you save. So I'm trying to help you figure out which ones are the best for you. Lately, have been using the Dr. Dennis Gross and the Cure because it's only 3 minutes and I've been really busy and I've been seeing really great results. But if you already have one of these other masks that I have talked about on my channel and that I recommend, great, just keep using it. It will work. Red LED is fantastic and it works. There's lots of clinical studies showing before and after, showing that this modality does work. So just keep it up. The next modality that I'm using consistently is radio frequency. For the most part, I'm using my Mesolift or my tripolar devices, mostly because the Mesolift is so easy to use and you're supposed to use it every single day, but I don't. I might grab it and work on my jowls area to try to tighten that up because this area bothers me. I might do my 11s and my forehead a little bit and just work my whole face if I have time. This device really doesn't take a lot of time. I think it's like 10 minutes a day, but so I'll grab it and I'll use it a couple times a week. I'm definitely in maintenance mode for radio frequency. If I have a little bit more time, my favorite radio frequency devices are by Tripolar, and these are the Tripolar Stop VX and this Tripolar Stop VX Gold. These are awesome. They're very expensive, but they have radio frequency, which is skin tightening, and they also have DMA or ELV mode depending on where you're purchasing the device. If it's in the US, it's called ELV, which is electric vibration. If it's outside the US, it's DMA or dynamic muscle activation. And what you do is you do the radio frequency treatment all over your face and your neck, and then you turn on that ELV or DMA mode, which feels like EMS. It's not marketed as EMS, they don't say it's EMS, but it feels like it, and I use it on the lower portion of my face here, on my jowls, and I'm using it to further tighten up my jowls area and the lower portion of my face. It gives accelerated results if you're looking to tighten up the lower portion of your face. And I love my new devices as well. This is the first radio frequency device I actually tested out. I did a before and after video showing how it changed my face in 30 days. These devices definitely work. They're high quality, they're wonderful. I just haven't been using them because if I'm going to take the time to do radio frequency device, I'm probably going to use the Tripolar just because I like that it has an extra mode and I have the option to get that extra tightening of the lower portion of my face while my face is already warm. I've already got the gel. Not to say that I never use the Nua because I do sometimes. I think the ones that I'm using the most lately are the Nua, either this one or the black one, and the Tripolar Stop VX. Probably I would use the gold because it's got a little bit more power. It's a little bit more powerful because the electrodes are gold plated and it's a little bit more powerful. I'm doing that once a week, twice a week, depending on how much time I have. Sometimes I skip a week if I'm really busy, so I'm doing it every other week. I'm in maintenance mode. I try to keep it up, and when I notice like my jowls are getting a little bit like sagging a little bit, I'll grab a radio frequency device based on how much time I have. If I only have 10 minutes, I'll grab my Nebuleft. If I have a little bit more time, I'll try to do my Tripolar. And the Nebuleft, you charge it up, it's cordless, so if my Nebuleft device is dead, I'm gonna grab one of my other devices because I have to plug it in, and these are the ones you plug in, and then I don't have to worry if it's charged because I'll plug it in when I use it. It's again the modality that you wanna keep using to keep tightening your skin because radio frequency does take 30 days of when you first use it to stimulate collagen to come to the surface of your skin, and then you need to keep it up in maintenance mode to keep stimulating that collagen and keep your skin looking youthful. So I keep up with that routine. Another device I completely forgot about because I'm not using it on my face is my Ladora hair and scalp device. I love this device. I use this every single day if possible. It only takes 5 minutes and I work it along my hairline and the crown of my head and anywhere else where I'm trying to stimulate hair follicle growth. And they just launched this new pod called the Boost Duo Pod. And I was having trouble before using their pods because it was making my hair really greasy because I only wash my hair like once a week. These new pods are water-based and they evaporate really quickly, so I've been able to use these 1 or 2 times a week. Usually I'll use it right after my shower and my hair is wet so that my hair dries and it doesn't have any greasy feel, and then I'll use it one more time during the week. If I use it more than that, I still feel my hair is getting a little bit greasy because I really only wash my hair once a week and I use dry shampoo a lot in between. And I don't think a lot of people only wash their hair once a week. So I think if you wanted to get this new Boost Pod, you would probably be fine if you wash your hair more than 1 time a week. But this device has microcurrent, it has red LED, it has vibration therapy, and it has warming therapy, and it helps to push the serum deeper into your hairline and your scalp, and has wonderful ingredients that help nourish your scalp, nourish your hairline, and help stimulate hair follicle growth. And it feels really amazing. It feels like a head massage, and I love this device. It's really helped to thicken my hair along my hairline, and it helped hair grow through a scar that I had from years ago where there was no hair growth. I have a whole video about this showing before and after photos. You can go watch that. But in general, like, this is all like thicker hair that's been growing in along my hairline, and I'm like really, really obsessed with this device. When I curl my hair now, I have like these extra pieces that I need to wrap around the wand that I didn't used to have before, and it's just a really fantastic device. And since I posted my video, a lot of people have been saying they're having fantastic results as well. This one I love, and I'm gonna keep using it every single day as much as possible. Now, another modality that I use pretty consistently is my IPL device. This is my latest smooth skin IPL device, and I will use it for touch-ups. If I notice some hair coming in my underarms or my bikini or my legs, I will do a touch-up. I already did the initial 12 weeks with my IPL devices, so I'll just use it for touch-ups as needed to keep that pesky hair away, and this is one that I will use just as needed in maintenance. Another device I'm using every single day, as I mentioned earlier in the video, are these Mesolift Gloves. These are near infrared gloves. They heat up and they feel really nice. You have to charge up the battery pack. You just slip them on and you push the button to turn it on and switch from low, medium to high mode. And I always do 10 minutes of high mode. And I've been using these every single day. And I have a video coming up that I'm gonna film showing photos of my hands before and after. These gloves definitely work. They're amazing at helping my hands look younger. I had a lot of fine lines, and these age spots on the back of my hands are so stubborn. They keep coming back, and these gloves have helped to fade them. They're looking so much better. These gloves work really well, but I had to use them consistently for a couple months to start seeing noticeable results that would show up in photos. I am very excited about these gloves, and I can't wait to make that YouTube video for you so you can learn all about it and see those photos. I think what I'm gonna start doing now that I finished that initial test is start layering in the red LED hand masks along with these gloves to see if I can accelerate results, and then keep using tretinoin on the back of my hands, hydroquinone if I can, so I can just really tackle the anti-aging of my hands as best as possible. I'm always trying to do that, but I've been doing an isolated test with these gloves to see how they work so that you can decide if you want to get them or not. So that's coming soon. The other modality that I will use here and there is those serum absorption modalities. So I have the droplet that pushes serum deeper into your skin with micro mist. I have the Reduit, I believe is how you say it. I think it's a French company that helps push serum deeper into your skin. It also has LED. I have the Foreo UFO 2 that helps to press serum deeper into your skin with vibration therapy and LED lights, similar to the Reduit. I have the BioEqua Energizer, which I really love, that helps to press serums deeper into my skin. So I'll use those here and there. I also have an oxygen mist product from Lemieux that helps to really hydrate my skin. I'll use one of those devices if like I've gone skiing and my face feels extra dry. But the droplet has retinol, vitamin C, glycolic, and collagen capsules. So I will use that here and there, maybe a couple times a month, but I'm not using those consistently. I'm not using microneedling lately because I'd rather use these devices that push the serum deeper into your skin using other technologies than poking holes in your skin. So I'd rather use the droplet that uses a micro mist to push the serum into my skin as opposed to actually putting holes in my skin. And I know microneedling is really popular. Dr. Penn, Gin Amber, the Banish stamp, they're all really great, but I tend to use other modalities instead of those in order to push the serum deeper into my skin because I'm using so many other devices that are boosting and producing collagen in my skin. I don't feel like I need to do microneedling, but I know it's very popular, and if that is one of your only modalities you're using, you should definitely keep using it. It's just not one that I'm using right now consistently. I'll test them here and there, but it's not one that I have found myself reaching for and using consistently, mostly because I'm not a fan of needles. I'm not a fan of poking holes in my skin. And then if I get a new device and I'm gonna test it out, I'm gonna test it out for usually 2 weeks or 30 days and show before and after photos. And I'm trying to maintain my device schedule and just maintenance and then work in that new device so that I can isolate results. So I have a baseline of what my face looks like, or my hands or my neck, for example, and I can show the improvement that the new device was able to provide during that time period. So I'm trying to isolate as much as possible. And like if I were testing a new radio frequency device, for example, I would stop using my other radio frequency devices so that I could show how this particular device worked on my face. So I hope that helps to explain my chaotic beauty device schedule. To summarize, I'm using 5 device types on a regular basis. I'm using my Neuro laser, I'm using microcurrent, red LED, radio frequency, and my Ladora hair and scalp device. Those are the devices that I'm using consistently, and it takes a long time to keep up using all of those devices in my routine. So when I have time, I will use other devices or other modalities, but for the most part, those are the ones I stick to. If you have any questions about all of this information that I went over today, please let me know in the comments below. This is just an honest video of what I'm using and when and how, and I would love to answer any questions that you might have, so drop them down in the comments and I will get to them as soon as I can. If you found this video helpful, I would love it if you would leave a comment, share with a friend, give it a like. Make sure you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of my videos that are coming up. I have so many great ones in the works and I don't want you to miss them, so make sure you subscribe to my channel and click that notification bell so that you find out when I upload a new video. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you in the next one. Bye!